Because let's face it, nobody really likes to get sick, right? Hi everybody, opening out to you, coming back to you once again. Let me get situated here so we can have a nice little discussion. Today's video for this week, we're going to be talking, and it's something that's come up a little bit, but we're going to talk about seasickness. And I know it's something that everybody don't like, and you know, it happens. Sometimes it happens to the best of us, sometimes it happens to the ones that haven't really been on a ship before, but we're going to talk about it because, let's face it, nobody really likes to get sick. Right? No. So, without further ado, here we go! Biggest thing to remember is, you know, and the question that I get asked by friends and family and everything else whenever they go on the ship is, will you get seasick? More than likely, unfortunately, yes, you are going to get seasick. Maybe you won't. Maybe if you don't, I don't. For the most part, I've never really actually gotten truly sick, but I've gotten nauseous once or twice. If this happens, something to put in your bag whenever you leave is to take some Dramamine. You can get Dramamine or you can get Bonine. You usually have them at Walmart, stuff like that, and they come like this. So this is the generic version for the motion sickness relief and everything else that you can get. And these are 25 milligrams of Meclizine. Sometimes these will work, sometimes they won't. For these is the less drowsy version, and the last cruise that I was on, I took my mother. First time she'd ever been on a cruise, so I want to make sure that she was taken care of. And while we were there, she ended up getting seasick pretty bad. We found out that since it was her first time and everything else on the cruise, I was kind of expecting it already. So what you need to do is you need to take your Meclizine or your Dramamine or your Bonine or whatever. Take it 24 hours before you get on the ship. That way it's in your system, and then start taking it, and that way it's already in your system. Some people actually, you have to go to your family doctor to get them, but there is a little dot, you know, like little dot band-aids that you can get. They can buy those in their prescriptions, and they go right here behind your ear, and I think they last for 3 days, I think, and it just gradually releases the medicine and everything into your body and everything. But since it's a soft spot right there, that's where the medicine enters the bloodstream at to help take care of everything. If the stuff doesn't work on that you bring with you, call room service. A bunch of things are through room service now, so if you're wanting literally anything, call room service to see if they have it, because I thought that the room stewards had, or not the room stewards, front desk down at guest services, I thought that they were the ones that had the motion sickness and the Meclizine tablets, but I was wrong. Now it's room service that takes care of all that, and you can get 4 Meclizine tablets for probably about $2 to $4, I think, and it's not a bad little deal. And the pills are 25, I think they're 25 milligram. Yeah, they're 25 milligrams of Meclizine, but it's a different grade of the Meclizine, because the generic version, of course, you know, it says it's the same thing, but it didn't work. I had the non-drowsy kind, and she was taking the non-drowsy, so the non-drowsy ended up not working. But the Meclizine you get from there, it's going to knock you out a little bit. It's going to make you sleepy. Another thing to remember is when you're on the ship and everything, for me, this is what makes me sick, and I figured this out on my first cruise, is you have the ship, and the ship is going forward, okay? We're not going to go backwards, of course, but you know, it moves long ways. So one thing to keep in mind is that whenever I'm sitting at dinner, I have to face the front of the ship or I have to face the back of the ship. I can't have myself facing aft or port. If I do, then I feel the rock of the ship, and that's what gets me. See, if I'm like this when we're hitting the waves, I just feel myself going, sometimes I don't even feel it, but I'll go up and down. Versus if you're sitting aft to port, you're gonna be doing this while you're sitting at the dinner table, and that'll make you sick. Or you'll feel it going sideways, and that's the one that gets me. So if we're going against the waves and I'm sitting at sideways, port to aft, then I'm going to feel my body doing this, and sideways is what kills me. I can't do it. So keep those in mind. Make sure that you take the stuff with you, and like I said, you have several different options you can take with you while you're motion sickness, and be able to go from there. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave the comments in the section down below. Hope this video helped you out for your cruise, and if you start getting motion sickness, or if you're afraid that you're going to get motion sickness, here's some little advice for you so that you can overcome it and enjoy your cruise. So until next week's video, happy cruising. My name is Darren, opening it out to you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe down below. And for everybody else, glad you're still here, and we'll see you next week. Catch you on the flip side. Later!
Please hang up and try again.